Manchester United are in week 10 of discussions to sign Frankie De Jong, and he has not been omitted from their preseason tour squad. Barcelona have named Frankie De Jong in their preseason squad of the United States, with Manchester United into a 10th week of discussions to sign the midfielder. New Manchester United manager Erik has identified De Jong, the 25-year-old, as his priority target, and United are persisting with a player who has publicly expressed his desire to stay at Barcelona. United reached a broad agreement for a fee with Barcelona for more than 2 weeks and have not ended their pursuit. Barcelona play 4 games in the States, with their final fixture against New York Red Bulls on July the 30th. De Jong said, "I prefer to stay" in May, and described Barcelona as his dream club last month. United sources insist they are targeting players who want to play for the club. United figures claim they have a full fallback target should they move for De Jong collapse, but they first contacted Barcelona about the Netherlands international in May 11, and the possible collapse would be very embarrassing. United Chief Executive Richard Arnold and Football Director John Walter were in Barcelona on Monday, that's last week Monday, to meet club's official after travelling to Amsterdam to finalise the £46 million signing of Lisandro Martinez. United midfielder Scott McTominay was asked about the possibility of De Jong joining the club after a 4-1 friendly win over Melbourne Victory on Friday night. And he said, "I've got no comments on new players who are coming in. There's going to be maybe 4, 5 or 6 guys who come into the football club, so I can't comment on who is coming in or what personnel is coming. It's not my business to do that. I know whatever lads coming will absolutely give our best to make sure that they feel welcome, and obviously it will help push us forward, being a better team, which I'm sure they will do." This deal has been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks now, but I guess we don't know what's really going to be the situation. And some fans are like very angry towards Lisandro Martinez. Are very angry towards Frankie De Jong, and some people view it as a disrespect towards the club. But the whole issue boils down to the fact that you'd expect that since De Jong is so persistent about this deal, you'd expect the Hags to be very sure the player himself is very interested in signing this deal. That we can say we know of that. And also it has been announced, or it has been reported, that Barcelona and Manchester United have also agreed a deal for him of in total of 85 million euro. That is confirmed. So what's holding this deal now is the fact that Barcelona owe him around 17 million euro and are unwilling to pay him that amount. So they want him to leave without them paying that amount, and he's not going to go until they pay him. Or Barcelona are telling him, "Oh, take a pay cut or leave," basically. And he doesn't want to take a pay cut, and if he wants to leave, he wants them to pay him the money they owe him in deferred wages before he leaves. So that's basically the hold up of this deal. And the fact that he has been named in the tour squad to the United States doesn't mean that he's not going to sign for Manchester United. It just means that he doesn't want to go. But if he would go, pay him the money and he will go. If Barcelona agree to pay him the money today, I'm sure by Tuesday he should be on a plane back to Barcelona and trying to sort out his properties, and should be on his way to Manchester. But that's not going to happen because Barcelona are still consistent on the fact that they don't want to pay him, although not publicly anyway. And it just goes to show that this deal will probably going to take 2 or 3 more weeks before it gets finalized. The transfer window ends in August. Right now, our preseason ends July the 30th. Our first game is on the 8th of August. So even if we would get him, it's looking like he's going to come in towards the back end of August, because this deal isn't going to be finalized in anytime soon, because Barcelona are going to hold out as much as possible to see if he would break. So it's just whatever is happening is between Barcelona and De Jong, who concedes first. If De Jong stays, and if De Jong refuses to go, it's an obligation. It's a contract. They are obliged to pay him his wages. You can't force him to take a pay cut, and also you can't force him. You can't just terminate. You can't terminate his contract. No, he's under contract. So it's either you pay him the money he is owed and he goes, or he stays. And if he stays, Barcelona is the only one that's going to suffer from that because they're not going to receive the money we're going to give them, and his wages are going to be increased. Barcelona just signed Lewandowski. They just signed Rafinha. I don't know how come they don't have this money to pay Frankie De Jong. And also, um, the initial payment to Barcelona was around 50 something million euro. Then the rest will come in adds on. But Manchester United increased the guaranteed fee to almost 60 something million euros so that Barcelona could have like extra money to pay. So the deal can be done, but that hasn't happened anyway. That hasn't happened. So it's just a bit confusing. And also the fact that we need to have our players ready for the start of the season. It's looking like it's not going to happen anymore. Frank De Jong is according to Ten Hag is essential to his playing style. So why if you wouldn't have that player at the beginning of the season, what's happening? Although he's willing to risk using McTominay and Fred for the beginning of the season until he gets his star man, that's fine. But we are supposed to be teaching every game with highest importance. If it's looking like the Frankie De Jong deal is not going to happen, you go for other targets. But no, he's very persistent on that. So I just have to back the manager. And also, Frankie De Jong's salary is going to be around 300,000 pounds per week plus at Manchester United. That's a lot. So he's going to receive a lot. So I don't think he's going to take a pay cut to stay at Barcelona when he can continue receiving his high wages here in Manchester United. So he's looking like he's going to come to Manchester United, but it's just looking like this deal is so tiring. He's just going to keep going on and on and on and on and on. And honestly, it's not what's best for the squad. It's not what's best for the team. In the long run, it might be, but we are playing Brighton, playing Brentford, and playing Liverpool. We need our best players available. We should be done with the transfer window by now, but that's going to show the incompetence. Because if this deal does not go through, it's going to be it's going to be extremely embarrassing. If this deal does not go through at the end of everything, it's going to be very embarrassing. But I wouldn't blame everything high because the club were aware he wants De Jong done since May. So it's the negotiators and everything that could have completed this deal since. So they are the ones to blame. Ten Hag wants this guy and he wants him at all costs. So it is left for them to push forward for him. If United were competent people at making transfers, we could have pulled out of this deal. Yes, we could have pulled out. We could have pulled out of this deal. Like it's taking too long. People like Chelsea, Man City wouldn't be in a discussion for one player for 10 weeks. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. And of course, people are saying, "Oh, that this deal is looking like it's looking like the Di Maria situation," but it's different. De Jong and Ten Hag must have chatted privately, like even regularly, so he would know that this manager wants him. They are familiar with themselves. I'm sure Ten Hag definitely likes Frankie because he wants him at all cost, and I'm sure Frankie De Jong really likes Erik Ten Hag. So Barcelona is his dream club. Barcelona wants him to go. That is let's say disheartening, but he needs to take that as a motivation to come to Manchester United and prove Barcelona wrong. But in terms of him coming and not liking and not playing well because he doesn't like to be here, no, he's going to be playing under a manager he's very familiar with, a manager that wants him at all costs. So definitely, if he's going to come, he's going to feel very special because Ten Hag wants him as his main man on that midfield. So if he comes, he's not going to be like the Di Maria bad character. I look at Frankie De Jong as a very professional player. So if he comes to Manchester United, he's going to come and give all his best. Definitely, it's going to take him some time to adjust to everything. But why would you take the position of Barcelona and come to Manchester United and not do well under a manager that you are very familiar with, that loves you? I'm sure you appreciate him a lot. So let's just see how it goes. But this deal is going to go on and go on for weeks and weeks and weeks on the end because it's just a waiting game between Barcelona and De Jong. A waiting game basically. One party has to bow down to the other person. So let's see who does that. But for now, We're just gonna keep on going and going and see what happens. But this deal has been the worst deal in years, because how can we be in discussion with one player for 10 weeks? That's embarrassing. We're Manchester United. We shouldn't be doing that, but that's the place we find ourselves in under the Glazers. And that was all for now. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment in the comment section, share this video to fellow United diehard fans, and most importantly, please, we're trying to build a community. Please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. This is for the Manchester United diehard fans. Don't forget to leave a comment, give your thoughts on everything I've said, and engage. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time.